This video is about self-pip writing task 1. Have you noticed something strange about almost every self-pip writing video on YouTube? They all tell you the same thing. Use this template, memorize these phrases, write exactly 4 paragraphs, and then students walk into the exam, see the prompt, get panicked because the template doesn't fit. Today I'm going to show you something completely different. By the end of this lesson, you will never ask, which template should I use? Instead, you will ask one question that professional communicators ask: who am I in this email? That single question changes everything. Imagine you're an actor. Would you play a doctor, a lawyer, a police officer, and a chef using the same voice? Of course not. Then why do students write every self-help email in exactly the same tone? That's the biggest mistake. So today I'm going to teach you the 5 hats method. Every email requires a different hat. So if you wear the wrong hat, your email sounds unnatural even if your grammar is perfect. Let's get started. This is hat number 1, the complaint email. Most of you think a complaint email is about complaining. No, it's about solving a problem. Think about it. If your internet stopped working yesterday, would you write, "Your service is horrible, I'm angry, this is unacceptable"? Or would you write something that actually gets results? High scorers understand something important. People help reasonable people. They don't enjoy helping angry people. So let's look at an original style prompt and with the example. You ordered a customized birthday cake for your daughter's birthday. When you collected it, the cake had the wrong name and the wrong design. You need to write an email to the bakery manager, explain what happened, describe how it affected the celebration, and you need to suggest a reasonable solution. Okay, so this is the sample. Dear, you can write the bakery manager name if you know, or else you can write bakery manager. I'm writing to express my disappointment regarding the customized birthday cake I collected yesterday for my daughter's 8th birthday. Although I placed the order 2 weeks in advance and carefully discussed the design with one of your staff members, the cake I received had the wrong name written on it and featured a completely different theme. Unfortunately, this mistake created an awkward situation during the celebration. Several guests noticed the incorrect name before we had the chance to cut the cake. And my daughter felt quite upset because she had been looking forward to seeing the princess design she had chosen herself. Since there was not enough time to replace the cake, we had no option but to use it as it was. I understand that mistakes can happen, especially during busy weekends. However, I believe customers should receive exactly what they ordered. Considering the inconvenience, I would appreciate either a full refund or a complimentary customized cake for a future occasion. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to your response. Kind regards. You can write your name here. Okay? Now you need to pause. Did you notice something here? I never attacked the bakery. Okay? I attacked the problem. That's what examiners love. The next one, we call it as a golden triangle. Every complaint email should answer 3 questions. What happened? Why does it matter? What would fix it? That's it. If your email answers those questions clearly, you are already thinking like an effective communicator. Okay, now let's move on to hat 2, request email. Now let's change hats. Imagine you need 3 extra days to finish a university assignment. Do you simply say, "Please give me more time"? No. Why should your professor agree? Here's the secret. Every request email has 2 invisible jobs. First, it should explain why your request is reasonable. Second, you have to show that you respect the other person's situation. That we call it as persuasion. Okay? So here is a prompt. You have been selected to represent your school at a national debate competition. Unfortunately, the event overlaps with an important family ceremony. So you need to write an email to your principal to explain the situation, request a suitable solution, and show appreciation. Okay. Let me give the sample response for you. Dear Principal, I hope you are doing well. I'm writing to discuss an unexpected scheduling conflict regarding the upcoming national debate competition. I was honored to be selected to represent our school, and I truly appreciate the confidence you and my teachers have shown in me. However, I recently learned that the competition will take place on the same day as my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary, and even that my family has been planning for several months. As relatives from different countries will be attending, my presence is especially important. I was wondering whether it might be possible for another qualified student to represent the school this year, or if there are any alternative arrangements that could be considered. I understand that changing plans may not be easy, and I would completely respect whatever decision is made. Thank you very much for taking the time to consider my request. Regardless of the outcome, I remain grateful for the opportunity and will continue to participate actively in future school events. Kind regards, you can give your name here. Okay? Now, did you catch the difference? Many students think requests are about asking. No, they are about making the other person want to say yes. We expressed gratitude, we acknowledged the inconvenience, we offered flexibility. That's persuasive communication. Got it? Here's something that I want you to try. You can take any request email that you have written before. Now, you should ask yourself, did I explain why I deserve help? Did I make the reader feel respected? Did I offer any flexibility? Did I end positively? If not, you need to rewrite. You will be amazed at how much stronger it becomes. Okay? And I'm going to share something that almost nobody talks about. Many of you believe that writing is about using difficult vocabulary, right? But that's completely false. Imagine you receive two emails. The first one is filled with advanced words, but you have to read every sentence twice because the ideas are confusing. And the second email uses simple English, but every sentence is clear, logical, and easy to follow. Which email would you prefer to read? Obviously, the second one. That's exactly how CELPIP examiners think. They are not sitting there with a dictionary waiting for you to use complicated words. Correct? They are asking themselves a much simpler question. Can this person communicate effectively in everyday situations? Remember, CELPIP is an English proficiency test. It's not an English literature competition. You are being tested on communication, not decoration. So instead of trying to impress the examiner with difficult vocabulary, impress them with clear thinking. Here's a simple formula that I want you to remember: clear ideas before clever words. If your ideas are organized well, your vocabulary does not have to be extraordinary, right? So before you start typing, spend just 30 seconds in planning. Yes, only 30 seconds. Ask yourself four questions. Who am I? Who am I writing to? Why am I writing? What result do I want? That's it. These four questions will guide every sentence you write. If you're writing to your manager, your tone should sound professional. If you're writing to your neighbor, your tone can be friendlier. And if you're writing to a customer service representative, then your goal is solving a problem. Got it? So try to apply all the strategies, tips, and tricks that we have discussed so far and try to get higher score. That's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more self-help tips. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.